Hello. So, I actually haven't told you yet about how the poison got confirmed to be poison. So, when I received the package at my Baltimore apartment, in Baltimore, they do not have these networks like they do in San Francisco. It's a lot of work for them to situate themselves. They don't have safe houses, so they don't really run around all the time around you. And in Baltimore, it's pretty dangerous. I mean, after 6 p.m., nobody comes out, so you have to stay put. So there, they had to situate themselves in the same apartment unit that I was in. And the apartment that I was in, Crescent, which is towards the water, there is no place to sit around in the car or van or whatnot. So they had to come in and find the location of my unit and situate themselves around it so they can intercept cell phone and wireless traffic using Stingray and other devices. So I set up a trap. I order a package through Lemonade Health, and sure enough, they could not print those pills quick enough. So they said there's a weather event because I ordered it on May 28th. So on May 15th, I went, filed a report. There was a poisoning attempt at 4 Barrel. I go meet with a fake lawyer, Julian Saman from Shigerian, that I will talk about in a bit. So I come back to Baltimore, and I ordered this pharmaceutical, and by June 1st, I received it. And by June 8th, I knew that there's something wrong. And so I called my pharmacy to transfer my prescription to local pharmacy, CVS. And I heard that pharmacy is closed at 10 a.m. So I knew this is Stingray in action. So I said, okay, I'll wait till 2. And I called again. Sure enough, nobody could make a contact with Lemonade Health. And then I called Lemonade Health much later, around July 7th or 8th. By then, I had already published my Lemonade article, my Medium article, and they said, "Did the package come in heat sealed black envelope?" I said, "No, it came in a cardboard box." And just like Indian people trying to save money, Israeli security firms are no different. So they went to post office, found the smallest box. They selected the smallest, cheapest box, put the medication in there, and kind of placed it in the package room. And package room is controlled access. Only residents and the people doing delivery have access. They all have codes. So I knew it is not somebody from like a walk-in type person who had done it. And people who are doing delivery, they've been doing delivery for years, and they don't know that I have ordered Lemonade Health pharmacy in order to place poison in there. In order for me to accept a package, they have to know that I should be expecting a package. So imagine on May 28th I ordered. June 1st at 2 p.m. it got delivered, and somebody picked it up. Somebody picked it up and replaced it with poison before 6:40. I think by 6:40 I picked it up. So I have to be expecting the package, and I have to be expecting it to be a pharmaceutical. So a delivery person has no way of knowing what to put in there, how to place the poison, unless he knows what I have ordered. So people in the apartment knew through Stingray and Wi-Fi hacking that this is how they can place narcotics in order to poison me. And I knew that they would be trying something like this because I had already stopped eating outside. So when I sent this package for further testing in Spain, because in order to get it tested in the United States, you have to have a police officer writing it to be a poison, get it tested through police or through physician. Those are the only two ways any lab in the United States will test poison. So I sent it to Energy Control in Spain, Barcelona, and they pretty much took the package, but it got stuck at the customs. Actually, that's what I was seeing on my computer. Now I know that my web was intermediated, so kind of like I was receiving these caches, wherein they can kind of see if I'm searching for a tracking number, they can show it to be whatever they like you to show, like you to see. So I go to Spain, and then I saw a bunch of Israeli ladies at the airport in New York trying to find out, trying to have a small conversation. That where am I going? Am I going to Paris for Olympics, or what is my plan? So I knew, and then before going there, I called UPS, and this is how a stingray operation works. So they say, yeah, we are UPS. We have the tracking number. But we want you to say where the package is going. They want to hear it from me, from you, because they don't have a clue. So this is what I mean by dumb and proud. So I knew right away this is Stingray. I still gave them the address, and then by the time I saw the lady in New York carrying a Spanish language book, and so there were two of them, and they were trying to have a small conversation, trying to make sure that I'm going there where they thought I'm going, and then trying to tilt results. So and I already had confirmed through Lemonade Health that it was not the package they sent. So what else could it be if it got intercepted? Nobody will intercept a package and put the same thing back in there. And by tasting, I knew it is not medicine, because I've taken that before. There is you won't have a stomach ache and pain on the nerves and all that. So this is how far they go. This is how they approach the problem, and they think that they are the smartest. Nobody else knows their tricks, and so you have to kind of anticipate that what is that you would never know who you are talking to unless you go 300 meters away from your apartment and then make a call. And they will always try to investigate your phone numbers by sending messages that, oh, your bank account has been hacked, or you have just received this thing and your package has arrived, kind of like those standard tactics to confirm that this number belongs to you. Or on your computer, they will try to do authentication, saying Google wants to confirm that it is really you. These are all just caches, web pages being delivered to you. And they may ask you, one time they said Apple wants to confirm that it is me. I should type my administrator's password. I said, get the hell out of here. So same way they will try to find your debit card pin in order to confirm your identity. And so the whole idea is, if you're traveling, they'll disable your card. So now you're kind of stuck, because this is how they try to keep up with you in order to put a stingray to figure out what it is that you're doing. Are you contacting lawyers? Are you getting their poison tested? Kind of know what is it that is taking place. And the moment you enter countries where Israelis are not able to get in as easily, not through open visa, everything stops. So I went to Saudi Arabia. Sure enough, there was no stingray. There was nothing. So I think by then, since I was traveling one way, um, every time I was buying my tickets pretty much on the spot. So here's what happened. On November 30th, I left United States after leaving Intel, and I don't know whether it was NSA or whether it was these criminals. I think it was these criminals, because government can always know just by my credit card usage that where I am and what I'm doing. So it was not government. So these criminals, these local criminals, imagine Christina Lates of San Francisco, connected to criminal gangs which have reach in Germany, Turkey, Japan, Singapore, but they fail to have their presence felt in Saudi Arabia. So they're the low-level taxi drivers were trying to figure out, where am I staying. So I was staying at Renaissance. As soon as I was dropped at a hotel, he texts back that he's staying at Renaissance, and they don't hide. They will show you. When you will see them texting and calling and say, yeah, he's at Renaissance. He was doing that. And as soon as I entered UAE, Israeli intelligence came. There was a lady. She comes and she didn't say anything. She just said Haifa and gave like showed a little pass, and guy gave her 2 tickets. And then pretty soon on my flight to Saudi Arabia, I was interrogated by 2 Indian guys. Why am I going to Saudi Arabia? What is my plan? So I knew these are intelligence services. And you ask them what do they do, it's always accountant. They're all accountants and they can't tell you which firm they work at. So it is just like you are going to be dealing with a lot of not so bright, not so brave people in this journey. And don't underestimate, because these criminals are connected worldwide. So they are not just doing cybersecurity. I mean, in Death Valley, I saw short white people running around with expressionless faces. That's how they try to intimidate. And they are of Middle Eastern features. They're short, bald. And at the inn, when I was returning from Death Valley, they came in to eat, and there was no place to sit in the dining hall, so we were all sitting at the bar. So the bartender asked for my phone and the email. I mean, this is how lame it is. And then I could see them. They were all Middle Eastern. And people from Middle East don't come to United States as easily unless they are from Israel. There is no visa requirements. It's open access. And they are not just doing cybersecurity. They are involved in all kinds of transportations of goods. Because I didn't see whether they were drugs or weapons, I cannot talk about that. But I did see that something was being packaged and moved around while I was at night at the base of Immigrant Canyon Road. But I don't know what it was. So from that point on, they followed. And while I was going to Death Valley, Christina calls around 1:30 asking me to rest. And I was wondering, why is she doing that? She should be sleeping. And the reason was there was already a tail. There was like an older couple. They were following me, trying to figure out my location so that rest of the crew can join in later. So I was poisoned at the inn. At the Omni Plaza Hotel, there was a green checkered cab guy who was trying to take me through 280. And he was just kind of saying that in order to go to airport, he was taking the longest possible route. So I asked him to drop me on that. So he took the 22nd Street exit. And as soon as he drops me, he calls. And then the another Mexican guy comes in, trying to figure out where am I going and what is going on. So I took a Muni to airport, and then I turned off my phone. And by 3:15, my flight to Baltimore was canceled, American Airlines. My phone just woke up on its own. And pretty soon I saw the same set of people who were following me right at the airport. So this is how the whole operation works. But you don't have to get intimidated, because these are not Jason Bourne people. They are just lowest level operatives who are just trying to kind of scam the system, scam American corporations who are defrauding government people and consumers in order to make a quick buck. Thank you.